The first horror film by director Anthony Waller, Mute Witness, 1995, was shot entirely in Moscow in 1993 and was independently financed by Waller himself. This gripping thriller is a masterfully executed cat-and-mouse chase that stands out as one of the more impressive entries in the suspense genre. Mute Witness currently holds an 85% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's undoubtedly a chilling, edge-of-your-seat experience that will keep you hooked until the very end. The story follows Billy, a makeup artist and assistant on the set of a low-budget horror film, portrayed by Russian actress Marina Zudina. She lives with her sister and her sister's boyfriend, who happens to be the film's director. Despite her beauty, Billy faces a unique challenge. She is mute and communicates using sign language. The film's opening scene sets the tone with an eerie silence, paving the way for the suspenseful and terrifying sequences that follow. After the final scene of the day is ruined, the film crew wraps up production. Billy initially plans to leave with the others but needs to return to the studio to retrieve some forgotten props. This decision accidentally leads her to stumble upon a secret film set operating after hours. Shockingly, the very people she worked with earlier that day are now in a damp, decaying studio, filming a disturbing and brutal pornographic scene. But Billy, though mute, is perceptive, and she quickly realizes this isn't a staged scene. It's a real murder happening right in front of her, violent, cold-blooded, and being recorded as a twisted piece of art. Having witnessed this horrifying secret, Billy soon becomes the target of the Russian mafia, who suspect that she may have taken a mysterious disc containing incriminating footage. The opening scene of Mute Witness carries a powerful metaphor. A woman struggles for her life as she's being murdered, while the killer looks on with a smug expression. What the director wants to convey is chilling, the idea that passive observation of brutality makes one complicit. The mafia kidnaps, manipulates, and coerces actors into performing in real snuff films. And when we click on such content, we too become enablers of these crimes. The film delivers a thrilling chase scene that takes place right inside the film studio, with a suspenseful and engaging pace. As Billy flees in panic, she suddenly feels the hallway stretching endlessly, a visual trick often used in chase sequences, yet it never gets old here. Billy desperately tries to escape from the very crew member she once worked with. It's a truly spectacular and breathless sequence, arguably one of the film's highlights. The director masterfully uses dynamic camera angles and a grim, claustrophobic atmosphere to create an intensely realistic experience. The first half of Mute Witness is surprisingly gripping, with high-tension moments that make your heart skip a beat and pull you into an unsettling world of isolation and dread. Unlike many horror films where female characters exist merely as victims or plot devices, Billy stands out. She is not only beautiful, but also clever and resourceful in multiple situations, one of the key reasons behind the film's success. When undercover cop Larson eventually rescues her, Billy plants an enthusiastic kiss on him in a rare moment of joy and relief. It's a genuinely sweet scene. Simple, human, and unexpectedly heartwarming. In the latter part of the film, just as the chaos of escaping the studio seems to have subsided, new scenes of stalking and violence follow Billy all the way back to her apartment. The threat escalates, no longer just two individuals chasing her, but an entire mafia syndicate emerges as the true enemy. Director Anthony Waller cleverly raises the tension while weaving in moments of dark humor, catching viewers off guard with fear before making them laugh nervously. When the police finally show up, their cold demeanor and indifference only deepen Billy's sense of unease. She retreats to her small apartment, the only place where a sliver of peace might still exist, amid the nightmare closing in on her. Time passes in eerie silence, suffocating and full of suspicion. Waller masterfully employs silence at precisely the right moments, crafting an atmosphere of unbearable suspense within the confined space, where every sound could signal the approach of death. Among the many elements that contribute to the film's effectiveness, the most striking is the communication barrier Billy must face. As a mute woman, she can't scream, can't call for help. Even a simple emergency phone call becomes a life-or-death challenge. Marina Zudina delivers a truly outstanding performance, portraying Billy with psychological depth, sharp instincts, and resourcefulness, all without uttering a single line. Her ability to express terror, determination, and intelligence through silence is nothing short of remarkable. Equally notable is the supporting female lead, Karen, Billy's sister, played by Faye Ripley. Karen is also portrayed as a smart and capable woman, often stepping in at critical moments. Without her help, one could argue the film might have ended far sooner, and not in Billy's favor. In the film's final act, a more sinister layer is revealed, a hidden force pulling the strings behind the crimes, a powerful figure known only as the Patron. He is played by none other than legendary British actor Sir Alec Guinness. But here's the twist. The close-up footage of Guinness in the film was actually shot a full decade before Mute Witness was made. Director Anthony Waller, after a chance encounter with Guinness in Hamburg, asked to film a few brief scenes, not for any specific project, but to archive for future use. Years later, Waller ingeniously repurposed that footage to turn Sir Alec Guinness into the film's mysterious, unseen puppet master, the final boss pulling the strings behind the horror. We can clearly see that silence in Mute Witness carries multiple layers of meaning the director intends to convey. A young woman who cannot speak, trapped in a world where communication is limited and crimes occur in plain sight, still finds her own voice in a unique way to fight back and end the horror. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for watching.